Okay, gentlemen. In this video, I'll be talking about my GTO experience at NSB Vishakhapatnam. This will be a series of video where I'll be discussing about my GTO experiences at Bangalore and Kapurthala as well. So this is the first video in this series, and where I'll be discussing about my mistakes, which I evaluated. I did analysis on this. After my conference out, I did analysis, I evaluated things, and I came up with certain points that I think these were the areas which I could have improved, which needs more improvement. I just noted down and I'll be sharing those points with you. So the first thing is screening. Screening, as usual, the screening in screening process, we were shown a vague picture, a picture that was not clear to anyone. And in my group, in my group, everyone came up with different stories. All stories were completely different. So coming to a group consensus was difficult for us, but still we managed to add all the points from different individuals and came up with the group consensus. And I was the first one who narrated the story. I was sitting on the front chair. So I just started the group narration, and my narration went good, and we 18 was selected in a screening. And it was a COVID time, so we were given instructions that you have to wear face mask, face shield, and gloves all the times, or you will be kicked out of the campus. These were the clear instructions by our JCO. We have to abide by that. Instructions abiding is important. Whenever you are visiting a campus, defense campus, you should stick to the rules and regulation, whatever instructions are given by your seniors, right? So this was all about the screening process. So let's talk about the priority area. Let's talk about the GTO task. You know, first thing, when you are visiting Vishakhapatnam, at that time, when I visited Vishakhapatnam, that was rainy season, and you can expect rain anytime in Vishakhapatnam. The climate is very unusual. So when it came to individual obstacle, starting with the individual obstacle, when it came to individual obstacles, the exercises were looking for opportunity in a day where they can conduct the individual obstacles. The grounds were completely wet. They have, I think, two or three main grounds for conducting the individual obstacles. But when we were there, I think around 12 o'clock our individual task was conducted, and at that time, even at that time, the main ground was not up to the mark. So we were given a alternative ground where we performed the individual obstacles, and within 3 minutes, I tell you, all the obstacles of individual obstacles in Vishakhapatnam, they are proximity. If you are given this alternative ground, they are proximity to each other. So within 3 minutes you can complete all the obstacles. And it was evident from our group members as well. They performed, I think, 15 or 16 obstacles within the time limit. Within 3 minutes, they performed 15 to 16 obstacles, and I also performed 11 of them. So if you are getting that feel in Vishakhapatnam, when you are in Vishakhapatnam and you got that field where to perform individual obstacle, I tell you, you can easily perform all the obstacles. No obstacles are tough. But one thing that I noted was, due to this rainy season, the double ditch water was completely filled inside the ditch. And any incident, any even a mistake could have lead to serious injury, I tell you. And one of my one of the candidate from my group, he got badly injured in the knee. We and the ground was also slippery, right? And you have to wear the white shoes. Many of them were wearing the PT shoes as well. So for them, it was they face some problems, but still you can do 15 to 16 obstacles within the time limit. The obstacles are very easy, and you can do 15 to 16 obstacles, right? And the mistake which I committed in my individual obstacle was, in my double ditch, I while performing this obstacle, I was looking downwards, and I got scared that I had performed this obstacle several times, but at that time I tried to do that obstacles two times, but I means I thought, just leave this obstacle and perform the others. So I repeated the other obstacles, but I didn't do this. Uh, this double ditch. And one thing, the excesses, they were sitting in front of us. The double ditch was means they were on the left side, and the double ditch was uh, facing the excesses. So while I was performing this double ditch, I didn't know that excesses were so impressed with me that they called me. Exorcist called me. Yes, after completion of my 3 minutes, the exorcist called me that yes, you do this double ditch once more. So I was like, I was means pretty much impressed that day. I was happy from inside that yes, the exorcists are impressed, and they called me to do. They had confidence in me that I can do this double ditch. So I, at that time when I performed in front of the exorcists, when they called me, at that time I did the double ditch. But while I was performing. In the time frame, I failed to do that double dutch. So you have to look for these things if you are going during a rainy season. The grounds are wetty, but uh, if you are going on normal days, you can easily do all the obstacles. So obstacles are not that means the Tarzan jump also, and whether you take any obstacle of the individual group, you can easily perform. There is no hardened means hard, the difficulty level is not that tough, right? You can easily do all of them within the time limit. So this was about this individual obstacle. Snake race. In snake race, I did blunders. I would tell you, I did a blunder. You know, you in snake race, every time you have to ensure that four members are carrying the snake with them every time. But I was leading from the front, and at that time, when I was leading from the front, the guy who was uh, backside, he instructed me, and he instructed me, you jump, like you have to climb the inclined plane and reach to the other side with four students always carrying the snake on their shoulders, and rest helping the four candidates. It is like that, right? So I was at the lead, and the other candidate who was backside, who was also holding the snake, he instructed me that you should incline the plane and jump to the other side. And I did a mistake. I listened to that fellow, and I was the only one who inclined the plane and jumped to the other side. And I was looking at fool. Everyone else was performing this obstacle, and I was the only one who was on the other side, and looking for and encouraging and shouting from the other side that yes, yes, you can do it, you can do it. Means I should have helped. How can you, if you are leading from front, how can you climb the inclined plane and reach to the other side? So I did a mistake. That was my biggest mistake, right? You should command your group. You should be like, you should be commanding your group. The exercises are least bothered that you are completing your obstacles or not. They are bothered that whether you are showing your cooperation in the group or not. They are bothered about that. So that was my biggest mistake in snake race. In lecture 8, I was, as usual, we are given a card, and we have four topics in front of us. You have to choose one topic. So as usual, the thing which I have noted always is with me is that I always choose a defense topic. Whenever I see a defense topic in the play card, I just always choose without seeing the other topics. I just go on narrating my sharing my views on defense topic. So it's not like that. It should be not like that. If you are not familiar with the defense topic, not so acquaint that you can express yourself for 3 minutes or 4 minutes on that topic, you should not choose that topic. If you are given some other topic that you can share your views on quite easily, you should choose that topic. So I did mistake. The Air Force topic was there. You have to means I got this topic of Indian Air Force, and I had to speak on this topic for 3 minutes. But after what happened was, after 2.5 minutes, not getting points. I started talking about international affairs. I started to include international air force as well, and I talked about them. So it was like that. Means I was empty of points. At a point I felt that I am empty of points. So I think you should not always choose a defense topic whenever you get it. So that is a mistake which I committed in my lecture as well. You know, and one thing that is common in every SSB is, though for those candidate, I tell you, for those candidate who thinks that they have listened to the instructions, but unfortunate for them is they haven't. That is the biggest mistake. Yes, means I was when you think that if a accessor has given instructions and you didn't understood what exactly you have to do, and you think that if you ask the accessors that yes sir please repeat the instructions what you said, and you think that asking him once more will give a negative impact, this is the biggest mistake I tell you, because you have not understood what thing you have to do, and you just go on performing that obstacle, you will be doing blunders. It is advisable that you should ask the exercise prior to this commencement of uh, the task. You should ask, you just clarify yourself that yes you have to do this thing, you have to do that thing. Just clarify all your doubts before the starting of the task, before the starting of any group obstacles, right? So this instruction part is important. Instruction, I also didn't understood at that time, and I just asked with my friends. I just started asking with my group members that what he said, it should be not like that, right? So I think these were the mistakes which I committed, which I found that yes, these were the areas which should be improved. These all points which I have noted, these are my evaluation. No exercise has told me that yes, that was the particular area where you should improve. These are my evaluation. These are completely my evaluation, and I think that these were the areas which I should have worked on, and I should be improving on in future whenever I attend SSB. So it's like at hindsight, you always evaluate things. You just evaluate things that yes, these were the things which you should be improving at, and similarly, that thing happens with me as well. I think that these are the areas which I should work on, but exactly I don't know what went wrong at in my NSB Vishakhapatnam interview. What were the areas that led to my rejection in NSB Vishakhapatnam? Nobody, no XSS was there who could tell me that yes Sunny, you did mistakes in this round, in this round, in this round. These are completely my analysis, right? So hopefully I'll be meeting you in the next video, where I'll be discussing about my mistakes which I committed in my GTO task in Kapurthala and Bangalore as well. Okay, thank you.